It's an honor and a privilege to be here. I first testified before this committee over 30 years ago, and this committee has been a leader in small business and innovation during this entire period. There are a lot of pieces of legislation that, had this committee not been in the forefront, would never have happened. Equal access to justice, the Regulatory Flexibility Act, and of course the SBIR legislation. You've got a proud tradition, and your new members should welcome and honor that tradition. You've always had magnificent staffs, bipartisan staffs, and work together, and I want to commend both of you on that. Senator Snowe, you're one of the few people who've been fighting this fight longer than I have, and your leadership and support when you were a member of the House of Representatives and co-sponsoring that was a courageous step then, and you've remained courageous in your defense of small business, and we couldn't ask for a better chairwoman than we have right now. I want to thank both of you for that. It's an honor to be here. First and foremost, reauthorize this program. 10 CRs is enough. We really need stability in the program. It's absolutely critical. Permanent would be better, but we'll take as long as we can get. More stability, less uncertainty, the better it is for everyone. It really is working, and I don't think you should make major changes to this legislation. The caps are important to prevent very large awards from crowding out other companies, other technologies, other opportunities. And I think that the bill has struck a good compromise in that regard. Without an authorization increase, it will not reduce the number of awards given by 25%. And that's simply not acceptable for a program that is this good. One of the questions that is always asked is, do you really need an allocation? And the answer to that was answered back in the 1982 hearings, in which Congress basically said that others have the inside track, universities, large businesses. Without some direction from Congress, we're going to continue to see small business crowded out of where they can do the very best. Everyone knows they're the most efficient in innovation and research. We've seen a change in where scientists and engineers work. 38% now work for small business. We've seen a clear change in where key innovations come from. To now 25% come from small business. Large firms have virtually gotten out of the innovation business. And that's very clear from the study that's gone out there. We're now faced with small businesses in a perfect storm of capital and credit shortages. As the Office of Advocacy's recent studies on bank lending show, that we're seeing a tremendous shortage in bank lending for small business. We're seeing a shortage in venture capital, especially early in seed stage. Angel funding is down, and you don't even have equity in your homes to go out and borrow money to help grow your innovation and technology. So this is really the only steady, constant source of funding for small business, new ideas, new technology. We're in an international competitive situation where knowledge developed in America is immediately transmitted around the world, and we're seeing jobs from our knowledge taken overseas. We need to make sure those stay in. That's the best way to do that is through small business. Twice before, we've seen the presidents and Congress look at the situation where we're coming out of severe recessions and decide that the SBIR program was important. President Reagan and the early Congress in 1982 decided that this was an important thing to do to help create jobs, to help grow innovation and technology. Again, in 1992, Congress doubled the SBIR program, and with the support of President Bush. So we've seen recognition in the past when you're in a severe economic time, it's time to call on small business and innovation. I would urge you to do that now. Now, I have some questions for both the Congress and the Obama administration. Why is small business still under 5% of our research and development funding expenditures by the federal government? They do 25% innovations. They do more patents. The SBIR companies alone do more patents than all the universities. They do 38% of all patents in America. Why is there no Phase 3 program at any agency except for DOE? DOE's accelerator program is a courageous, bold step forward. Why is it that there's not such a program at all the other agencies? They could voluntarily do that and quite frankly, from the Obama administration. Why aren't they supporting a significant increase in this program? So I think that when we look at this, we see that it's a great program. It's done what it was intended to do. We support the compromise legislation. I will say one point on the comment that Mr. Hernandez said. He mentioned the 2009 numbers were down at NIH. Be happy to submit to the committee the 2010 numbers. They're up dramatically. It's the second highest in 10 years in terms of SBIR proposals being submitted. That's just a little outdated. It's a little cyclical over the years. We've said that, but now it's back up to the second highest number in the last decade. Thank you very much.
2009 was a tough year for everybody.
It was a very tough year for everybody. 2010, you saw applications go up dramatically.